Hi people, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're coming across my channel for the very first time, thank you so much. Please consider subscribing. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much for your support and I hope we are all doing fine. So today's conversation is about this short clip, guys. I want you to watch closely.
I don't like being with the kids. I hate it. It makes me hate them. It makes me want to do terrible things.
From just watching was posted by this woman. Her husband basically said he hates being with children, he hates taking care of them, and he is worried he's gonna hate them. So it's so unfortunate that he was saying all this in front of the kids and other people were there. I think those were adults. God knows what he can do when he's just alone with the kids. Anyway, some few people stitched this video. I'll let the stitches play, then at the end I'll leave my own comment. So please don't go away.
I don't like being with the kids. I hate it. It makes me hate them.
That was a warning. She needs to get her kids and get up out of there, go purchase her a pew-pew for protection before she ends up on the first 48 or Dateline. For real.
I don't like being with the kids. I hate it. It makes me hate them. It makes me want to do terrible things.
So this is a video that this woman posted about her husband, basically saying that he hates being with his children, he hates taking care of them, and that he's worried he's going to hurt them. To me, this sounds like a Chris Watts situation waiting to happen. How much do you want to bet that this is the same kind of guy that would tell women they're selfish for not wanting to have children and fulfill their purpose? The selfishness of these kind of men that want to put all the labor on the women, that want no part of the work that it takes to be a father and a parent, and that will end up burdening the woman with the entirety of raising the children, keeping the household, and everything else. But I can promise you it doesn't start that way. It probably starts very wonderfully with how much they want children and how badly they want to be a father, but it always ends up there. And yes, of course, it's not all men. But the likelihood of something like this happening, it is a lottery that I would never want to play. I truly hope she gets away from him, because to me, this sounds like a very dangerous situation.
I don't like being with the kids. I hate it. It makes me hate them. It makes me want to do terrible things.
First of all, why is he talking like that in front of the children? I don't care if they're not old enough to understand what he's saying. That right there is deplorable. People are saying that he's giving Chris Watts, aka Family Annihilator vibes, and I can't blame them because he sounded so hateful in that recording. Many men like the idea of having children. They love the social currency that comes with being a father. They love showing up for the family photos. They love the idea that they were able to pass their genes on, but they don't want to put in the labor to raise the children. They don't want to show up for the PTO meetings. They don't want to have to babysit their kids, change diapers. They don't want to be inconvenienced by the children in any way because they feel like it's the woman's job and that they shouldn't have to be bothered, which is bullshit. Mr. Abraham here is complaining about having to watch the kids and spend time with his family. Meanwhile, his partner is the one who actually gave birth to the children, got pregnant 2 times, had to give birth 2 times, go through postpartum recovery 2 times. Hopefully she didn't go through postpartum depression, but if she did, that was probably kicking her ass too. On top of all that, she has to be a mother to the family she helped create. Meanwhile, all he has to do is show up and he's complaining about that. As awful as this was to hear, I'm glad that he was honest with her and that she got his honesty on tape so that way she can make the best decision for herself, which I hope is getting the hell away from him to protect herself and those babies.
I like being with the kids. I hate it. It makes me hate them. It makes me want to do terrible things.
Men do not like children. We have to start from that essential truth. Otherwise, you're missing the point. A lot of people are saying under this video, oh, he's another Chris Watts. Get out now. And yes, his partner does need to run with the children now. But when you think that this is an outlier, you are missing the danger so many women are in. The #1 cause of death for all women who are pregnant is homicide. You are twice as likely to be murdered than to die of any other cause of maternal mortality. And that's just white women. Pregnant Black women are 8 times more likely to be unalived by their partner than non-pregnant Black women. Men do not like children, at least 90% of them. And a lot of you all are going to want to say that's hyperbole. Then how come men do not want to do any of the work of raising children? Most men do not know the most basic facts about their children, what they are allergic to, what their teacher's name is, what their doctor's name is, what size they wear, how old the child is exactly. A lot of men want the aesthetic and the benefits of being a father, but they do not want the work. In fact, they think the aesthetics, that is being a father. Because listen to what the man was saying. He didn't say, I don't want children. He said, I don't want to spend time with them. When you make me, I feel like I'm going to hurt them. I hate being with them. Not, I hate their existence on this earth. Men want you to have children. They just don't want to do any of the work. And do you know why they want to have children? Not because they like children. We already established that they hate them. And we're talking about 90%. Yes, there are exceptions who are great fathers. I'm blessed to have one, but the majority of men are not that. So why do men who do not even like children, why are they desperate for you to have their child? For the power, for the control it gives them over you. Men feel like once you have committed that act, you are locked up tight. He has the right to know where you live, where you work, what your schedule is for the next 18 years. He has constant legal entry into your house. He has a right to get in your business about your social life. He can stop you from getting involved with other men in his mind because he has the keys to the kingdom. And a lot of men use this idea to keep women on the hook permanently. How often do they dangle the carrot of, well, if you don't do X, Y, and Z, your children aren't going to have a two-parent home. We're not going to be a family. Your child's not going to have an involved father, and it's going to be all your fault if you don't do what I want you to do. It's about control, not the children. And the aesthetic of being a good father is profitable. This man is deriving at least part of his income from this family man image. I'm sure he's got deals. He's making money off of monetizing his accounts. This whole social media persona of what a fantastic involved father he is, because he knows what sells. He knows what women want to see. Guys, once we dig beneath, we can stop falling victim to this fantasy. He knows this persona is going to sell because he knows how many men are uninvolved with their children, who are openly disdainful. So he's secretly disdainful. Behind closed doors, apparently he's describing being with his children as living in his own personal hell, while in public he is saying, oh, they're just the greatest blessing. On Instagram, he's saying the greatest joy of my life is seeing them and being with them and spending time with them, because he knows that's what women want to hear. We have to take the scales off of our eyes, take off these blinders, and see reality as it really is. How many men have you known in your lifetime to actually be happy to spend time doing the work of having children? When you hear men talk about fatherhood, do you hear them talking about any of the work? Have you ever heard a man say, I'm so excited to change diapers, to get up for those 12, 3, 6 a.m. feedings, or even the later work? I'm so excited to teach my child how to read, how to tie their shoes. It's all Kodak fun dad stuff. Oh yeah, I can't wait to teach him how to play baseball, toss that football around. Realistically, how many hours out of the week is that? Men are telling you up front they never intend to parent. Sounds more like a fun uncle. Yeah, I'm going to come do some sports or some activities that really I want to do. And then when that 1% of the week is over, so is my time with the kids. The rest is on you. The rest is your responsibility, because he doesn't want her to leave. He doesn't want his meal ticket, the Kodak family, to walk out the door. He wants her to stay and be under his control. He didn't say, I hate spending time with the kids, take them and get out, I want a divorce. He is trying to manipulate her into not making him do any of the work while he still reaps all the benefits. I'm closing with this. A lot of people say, don't have a child unless you're prepared to be a single mother. That should be the least of your worries. Yes, don't have a child unless you can support them and whatnot yourself, but do not have a child with a man unless you're 100% sure you can get away from him. Do you have the resources to be able to fight this man off in court or physically? Can you take him in a fight? If not, do not have any children with him, because this gives men the fulcrum they need to control your life. And that's why they want you to do it. You don't have to believe me. Just look at how they talk about baby mamas and divorce. Whether you were married to the person or whether you just had a child with this person, when men are talking about it, children are the last thing on their mind. It's always about the ex-partner. They may complain, oh, blah, 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 won't let me see my child. But it's always about the partner. Because when they do get that full custody they've been begging and pleading for, or that partial custody, you see men whining about having to take care of their children. But the thing you see most often is the man complaining, oh, she's taking my money to do this. She doesn't do things like that. Now she's dating another man. Now she's got another man around my kids. It's about her because he's mad. He is losing some of his perceived control over her. And men wield the court system like a cudgel to keep you from being free of them as long as the child is a minor. I personally think it's best to be child-free. You do what's right for you, but whatever you choose, be aware it is going to be the determining factor of the rest of your life. So choose wisely. Like and follow for more.
Well, the funny part with all this issue, those babies didn't ask to be here, and they are innocent. If he hates them that much, why didn't he just leave? Him saying it makes me want to do terrible things is possibly the scariest thing I've ever heard. Worse off in front of the children. I just hope the mom took an action. This is not appropriate for him to say those things. Babies understand all the words sooner than we think. They can also recognize the energy towards them. Men like that will convince you to have kids just to turn around and say stuff like that. And when divorce is finalized, suddenly he wants to step up and be a super daddy. They just love the idea of having children but not being an actual parent. Anyway guys, kindly share your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for being part of this conversation. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share the video. See you in the next video and stay safe.